Hello everyone, it's Budokai here, and for today, we've got another type of news regarding about a new anime game coming up in the near future. It's interesting how I've been talking about a lot of anime games in my channel recently, starting with the Naruto Storm series and all. However, this time, this is regarding about another popular anime franchise being known as Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball to this day is really well known and is always mentioned. If you ask a non-anime fan if they know any anime shows, they would most likely say either Sailor Moon, Naruto, and Dragon Ball, and when it comes to its popularity, there's always a lot of games for it. But for this video, as you may have noticed, there's a brand new game coming up and maybe at somewhat in the future, and it was shown during the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour Hour, which is kind of like an annual, event where they show something. I think last year during EVO of 2022, they announced that there will be rollback netcode from Dragon Ball FighterZ, but now, in this World Hour, it's really exciting because this is an installment that fans have been wanting ever since the game came out, ever since the last game installment 16 years ago. Now, my friend, is the fact that we'll be getting a fourth Budokai Tenkaichi game, and it is honestly amazing to see. And if you want to see the teaser, I'll show you a brief teaser that was shown off during it. And yeah, I must say, that trailer was really wild to say the least. And it got fans really excited because of how long it has been since the last Budokai Tenkaichi game. The last time it was ever released was the third game, which released during the PlayStation 2 and Wii era at 2007. That's how you know this game is beloved and how cherished this is to not just the anime and Dragon Ball community, but also the fighting game community. While Budokai is also a arena fighter, this game is kind of like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. It's a kind of special game that is really special to fans' hearts. And now we're getting a fourth game after 16 years. I find that unbelievable. In the first thing we show was a small montage of the past of the first three, and then showing off Goku powering up into Super Saiyan Blue is incredible. And the fact that the funny thing about it is that the third game, while it had a more cartoonish style with the characters all being great, the thing about this one is that while we do get to see, Goku in the Super Saiyan Blue form, we also get to see in the environment. It's not more cartoonish anymore. It is pretty much more, in a way, very realistic. I want to say not realistic, but it definitely shows off a lot of realism into this stage here. And so far, we only saw a teaser, and from what I've heard, it is only in the early stages in development, so we don't really get to see as much, but that's really a good thing. And not only that, given that we're now seeing Super Saiyan Blue form with Goku, that means there are other characters that pretty much would have been, there are pretty much characters that are either going to be obscure or really fan favorites now going to be added. Because in the third game, we got characters like Pilaf, King Vegeta, like Fat Janemba before it transformed to Super Janemba. Then, then there's just Pan. All those characters who are either obscure or major characters. Imagine 4's roster being this large, adding characters from Super, especially with UI Goku. The question is, however, is who exactly is going to make, Budokai Tenkaichi. If you don't know, this game was actually made none other than Spike Chunsoft, which, if you don't know about this developer, they are known for making the Danganronpa series, but they are known for a few notorious anime games from the past. One of the biggest examples being Jump Force, and then One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. With that kind of game, with those kind of games and how they are how they are really received for the community, you can kind of tell that Spike Chunsoft hasn't really made that much good games lately in terms of, anime games just in general. I did hear about that Made in Abyss game that was, recently released last year. I haven't heard much about it, but I did hear it was good. But Spike Chunsoft was the one that was developing this game specifically. Though I wasn't too sure, because if you look at the screenshot here, it doesn't really feel like Spike Chunsoft. And the fact that this art style is very different than the last time, I highly doubt this is made by Spike Chunsoft. Though many are also claiming it to be Arc System Works, which is another game developer that is known for making one of the best fighting games. One of their biggest works known being Guilty Gear, and also involvement with the Dragon Ball project of Dragon Ball Fighters. So, but the problem is that with Arc System Works, they mostly focus on more 2D with a mix of 3D aesthetic fighting games rather than the arena fighting games. I highly doubt CC2 is going to be involved with this, given that Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections is being developed and, made by CyberConnect 2, so them making it on two projects would be insane, but it's really unlikely. All I'm saying is that we're only in the early developments in this game right now. I could probably cover more of this game in the near future, given that I've already done that with, the Storm Connections game and all, but all I'm trying to say is that when this game comes out for, modern consoles, like the PlayStation 5 and then a few Xbox consoles, and on the Switch, you can tell that that your modern controllers will, your controllers wouldn't be no more, given that given that with the third game, it is known for how very mashy and how very complicated the controls and, my point is that say goodbye to your controllers while it lasts, and especially for the ones on the Switch. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. What do y'all think about Budokai Tenkaichi 4 now getting a brand new announcement? Was it worth the 16 years after the third game came out? And are you excited for this game even more than ever? And are you excited for this more than, Storm Connections and all? Because I've already seen some already dunking on Storm Connections. And it's so funny how this game got announced a week right after Storm Connections. That cannot be a coincidence. But I want to know your thoughts. But with that, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos, follow my Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember this, once a legend, always a legend.